Can cheating be justified?
No.
No.
Kitty, when we link cheating and you think about the realm of cheating, that's an act of betrayal. That's utter disrespect, okay? It's immoral. No one can justify that behavior. I don't care if they say, well, I was drunk or I was high or I slipped up or I messed up. You cannot justify, because if you're justifying something, that means that you're saying that this was morally correct.
Cheating will always be justifiable. Cheating will always be justifiable. Because how can the single cheat on the single? Would you think just because you say you're in a relationship that means something? That means something? That doesn't mean anything. Do you know what being in a relationship means? Being in a relationship means these are two individuals that are sexually attracted to each other. And I'm going to do whatever it is in my power to make sure that you don't go out there and you don't fornicate with nobody else. You only fornicate with me. You keep it to me. So therefore, I'm going to do all these things. I'm going to do all these things to make sure that you don't go out there and you don't fornicate with somebody else. That is what a relationship really is. That's why we have this stigma of pay my bills and do all this. That's where it comes from. All of it comes from sex, fornication. There's no such thing as a relationship. Because if you take fornication out of any relationship, what do you have? So yeah, she said a lot. She said a whole mouthful, and it sounds good. But to somebody with a mind that has wisdom, what she said was a bunch of garbage. Cheating will always be justified because there's no such thing as cheating. Like I said earlier, how can the single cheat on the single? Define cheating. Because if you take sex out of it, is it cheating then? So that's why it's a difference between being married and that's a difference between being single. When you're single, you're fornicating. When you do it when you're married, that's called adultery. There's no such thing as relationship. But what happens is, like I said, a relationship is two people that are sexually attracted to each other. I'm going to do this so you won't do this. And when you break this agreement that we have of not giving yourself to nobody else, that's when all the scratching your cars up, busting your windows out. You got caught cheating. You got caught breaking this agreement. We are in an agreement. When we say relationship, we are entering into a binding agreement, meaning you don't give yourself to nobody, I'm not going to give myself up to nobody. That's all a relationship is. It holds no weight. And we got people out here, we shacking up, doing all this crazy stuff based on a relationship. You know how many people have died in this world based on what this lady is sitting here talking about? Because in your mind, you think that a relationship holds value. Relationships does not hold value. And when I say relationship, I'm talking about the sexual part. The relation. We have to understand what we're saying. The relation. That is what that means. We're having relations. We're in a binding agreement. You don't go sleep with nobody. I'm not going to go sleep with somebody. I'm going to pay all your bills. I'm going to do all this. I'm going to do all this stuff. I'm going to have your back. I'm going to be with you through the thick and the thin. Why you think people get so mad when they find out that you cheating on them? Because you done broke the agreement. And the whole time, the agreement is not binding. You're not binded to nobody. You're single. And if I'm wrong, go find a application and point out to me where it says, check this box if you're in a relationship. Or when you fill out your income taxes, do you see in relationships on there? What do you see? Single, married, widow. So where did this relationship come from? Where did it come from? Because like I said, if you take sex out of it, what do you have? You don't have nothing. You have two friends. What it's supposed to be anyway. Y'all supposed to be in a friendship. Leave the sex out of it. Leave the fornication out of it. Because fornication ain't nothing but a trap. It traps you. And if you don't believe me, think about all the relationships that you've been in. Think about it. It was hard to get out of those relationships. And you, out of every relationship, you done left with some type of scar. Either you got a child by this person that you can't stand, or they done bust your window, or you'd have been to jail. You done did all of these things based on fornication. Because I don't want you to go out there fooling with nobody else and you break this agreement. So once you break this agreement, I'm mad. Because I done put all this into this relationship. And you done broke this agreement. There is no such thing as relationships. There's only single people and married people. Regardless of how you feel or what you think, if you take fornication out of it, tell me, what do you have? What do you have? Because women, they're going to use their body. Men, they're going to use their pockets. It's apparent. You see it every day. Men, they're going to use their pockets. Women, using their body. They get together. Oh, I find this one with the money. Him, I find this one with the body. We're going to come together. Hey, I ain't going to spend my money on nobody, and you ain't going to get that body up to no other man. That's why they say men can't take when a woman cheat on them. And if you flip it around, you over there with that chick. You over there spending your money. You over there spending your money with that chick. Or you taking care of her family. But you got a child that's sitting over here. That's where it come from. Women use their body. Men use their pockets. And the crazy part about it is, it's happening every day. It's happening every day. Every day it's happening. So like I said, yeah, she said a lot of mouth. A lot of mouth. Full of all type of stuff. And they was, but to somebody who know differently, who looks at things differently, there's no such, cheating will always be justified. Because the single can't cheat on the single.